Hi guys. Hey, I am back on the Frog Build. Um, in case any of you are wondering what radio I'm using, it's a FlySky FS GT2E. I think it was like 35 bucks on Amazon. It's basically the same radio that all my Red Cat radios are. All they are is a rebranded FlySky. So, very nice radio. Feels good to hold and everything like that. Little bit of update on this. I did get one of the shocks put together off camera. I'm gonna do the other one on camera here in a minute. Did get the Nerf bars put on. Ran some really long screws through. What I ended up having to do is rob the rear arm stoppers from my Blackfoot, because the way that these arms are built, they're built to go into the lower hole down here that is not on the frog arm stops. So ended up robbing those, just switching them out between the Blackfoot and this so I could utilize that hole, because I had bent the arms enough and put them in there, but the problem was then when I had them bent like that, a battery pack wouldn't fit. So ended up bending them back and just going with it that way, and it's all set to go. As usual, try to ignore woman in the background. She's I'm in the kitchen and she's here and or out there and I'm talking, so she thinks she has to be part of the show. Let me see what else. Really not much. Like I said, I did get one of the shocks built. Man, that thing actually feels really good for what I thought it would feel. So got that one done. Something I want to do. Oh, the servo that I got was just a Amazon servo MS24-F. Just a basic. I think it was a 20 kilogram. Yeah, 20 kilogram servo. So got that. I want to let me see, which one is it? To make sure that everything is right on this thing as far as the servo goes. I don't know if any of you guys got them yet or not, but servo testers I definitely recommend. I've had this one for a long time, obviously with flying airplanes. They're a must. But I want to check the servo here and get it centered out, which it evidently was not centered. I want to cycle it through a couple of times. Oh yeah, I got the horn even on upside down. Good thing I did that. Oh no, and then the battery dies on it. No! Ah! Great. That's not too good. Alright, see if it pop over enough. Well, I guess I'll center the servo later. But at least I know that's on upside down. So, I thought I was in the right area with it, and I'm not. So, oh well, what do you do? So yeah, servo testers are a definite plus. Just make sure your batteries are charged. Big help. So with that, I suppose I will jump into getting this last shock built. If you guys haven't used it, green slime from Team Associated, it's the only way to build shocks. Yeah, I mean, the O-rings and stuff like that, it's the only way to do it. Um, leaky shocks are not a good thing. So, now what I'm doing is step 14. I have already got 2 E-clips in and the piston on the shaft. Now, what I'll do is take the green slime. Whoa. Hopefully not get it all over me. I'm going to open it and run my thumb into it. This is how I do it. Like where the O-rings are going to go. I just kind of try to pack that stuff in there enough that when you take the first O-ring and shove it into place, that the slime kind of just oozes out of it. Whoops, great, busted toothpick. Woomy, enough. They all hear you. Get another toothpick here. That toothpick was cracked. Alright, so I got the first O-ring in. I'll put the second O-ring in with more slime. Just, like I said, I mean, just to make sure that you don't have any leaking. This stuff is the best way to go. Used it for years, building the shocks, racing, years ago. And I kind of forgot about the stuff here recently until it popped up on a thing. I don't even remember what I was looking at. And it popped up. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I got to get me some more of that. So, unfortunately, all that big bunch of that slime ended up going up into the shock body somehow. Great. So I want to clean that out of there. But, yeah. Okay, so I got my 2 O-rings in. And then you put in the little V10 piece here, which I'm actually going to put just a little bit more slime on the O-ring here, on the outside of it. Just to kind of keep this piece in place. And then you run your cap down on top of that. Yeah. And then I take a paper towel so I'm not marring up the body. Just try to tighten it down a little bit. I mean, don't crank down on her, nothing stupid, but okay, so the shock body's built. Alright. So now, next step, take a little bit of shock oil. Where did it go? It's right here in front of me. Since I'm done with the green slime, I'll put that away. Like I said, you're building shocks, it's a way to go. Green slime. 1105 is the part number. Team associated. Oh shoot. I don't know what to do with that green slime before I did that. Woman, I'm going to give you away. Yes, I am. I'm going to give you away. Always arguing. You're so argumentative. God. This cat is a trip, guys. Okay, yeah, take a little bit of green slime and run it down all the threads. So that way it helps to not mar up the brand new O-rings. And then just run your piston down a little bit. Woney, enough. Oh. All right. And then I will take a paper towel and my pliers, put them in the shaft, and put the bottom piece of the shock in place. And screw that all the way down until it gets to the end of the threads. And won't go no more. There it goes. Boom. Done. All right. Very good. Okie dokie. Now move on to step 15, where fill up the shock. And this is just a Tamiya oil. I don't know what viscosity it is. Later on, I may end up playing around with oils and stuff. I may end up replacing the shocks. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a racer. Gonna run it. It's definitely not going to be a shelf queen. So then just go ahead and bleed them out. Not much hair in them. That's good. Oh, a bunch of them came that time. Alright, that looks pretty good. Do another drop in there. And then put the rubber piece over the top of that. Diaphragm, and then you put the cap down. The cap's got a plastic piece goes in the middle, and then the cap itself holds everything together. All right, very cool. Now, same thing. Going to put the paper towel around the shock body. And just give it a little bit of a turn, make sure it's, stout enough. Okay, that doesn't feel bad. All right, now put the shock on, or the spring on. Compress the spring. Come on, baby. Come on, get in there. Ah. My old hands ain't what they used to be. All right, cool. And there you go. Completed shock. Very nice. Very cool. All right. That step's done. So now, get out the old magnetic bowl here and get a couple of your shock mounting screws. Okay, well, sometimes magnetic bowls are kind of a pain in the butt because stuff don't want to come out. All right. And you just go ahead and get your shock all around, feel it, make sure it's not leaking. Everything looks good, feels good. Get back. Oh, I'm going to lock her up in a few minutes. She keeps it up. Little turkey. Oh. Alrighty. And take one of your screws that's threaded, and then it's got the nice smooth part for your shock to ride in. That. Get it started. It's supposed to be 70 degrees here tomorrow. Hallelujah. I am so happy. I have not been out to the club. I was going to try to go out today, and I ended up just trying to get stuff done around the house. Other things, ended up going to the store and just didn't get out there. And then the race came on from Phoenix, and I couldn't miss that because I used to live out in Tucson, and the Phoenix race was something we always went to. In fact, when I lived out there, we went every year. From the year it started, I was out there the very first Phoenix NASCAR race when the very first Polish victory lap happened from Alan Quickie. I was there. That was cool as heck. So, all right. Shocks are done. Oops. Don't feel bad. Nope, nope, nope. All right. Really starting to look like a car now, guys. Step 17 is almost done. Oh, I hope I can slide this over the... Oh, no. I didn't put that paper gasket on. I put the pinion on, but I didn't put that stupid gasket over it. So I guess we'll take that off. Live and learn or something. Yeah. I don't even really know what the point of that is, but anyway. It says put it on, so I'm putting it on. This gear is going on, but it's only going on temporarily because I'm going to end up ordering. Oh man, it's a pain in the butt. I had this all set up off camera because trying to get the gear alignment right. I had it all set, but of course now I had to move it. I'm gonna get a steel pinion because these aluminum, to my opinions, don't last long. I don't know why they make them out of aluminum. other than to sell replacement parts. That's the one thing I have never liked about Tamiya gears, that they just, you know, they need to make them out of steel. Alright, good enough. That'll work. Cool. Make sure that this is tight, because I hate when a pinion gear comes loose. Okay. Alrighty. Going to run my motor wires through. Well, actually, I'll just mess with that later after I get the motor in. Need to find the 2 long screws for the motor mount. Just had them, probably under the car, under the instructions. Oh, come on, what'd I do with them? They're right in front of me, I know that. It's just a matter of where, right in front of me. Oh, duh. They're in the black plastic piece that holds it all together. I knew I'd seen them. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil on this bushing before it goes in the car, just to say I oiled it. I'm not going to really worry about the one on the back side yet. I'll oil that later, but I just want to do that so it's done while the motor's in place, or going in place. Okay, so run the 2 screws in the cover through, and slide the motor in place enough that I can see where the screw holes are. So I can see if I'm lining up with them. That one started. Oh no, it ain't. Thought it was. Okay, that one started. Okay. And this one started. Good. All right. Okay, motor's done. Now just make sure everything feels right. Uh-oh. Evidently, the pinion placement evidently isn't right, because when I tightened it down, everything's locked up. So I'm going to slide the pinion in a little bit. Goofy car. What the heck? All right, come on, loosen up. All right. Well, we'll try this again. Oh man, that's way too, moved too much. So now I gotta take the cover off so I can see through the other side. That should work. Should's the operative word. All right, we will try that. Take two. Sometimes they give you a little bit of a fit. All right. Hopefully this will work. Like I said, I want the high-speed gear, just because I'm gonna be racing it. It's got one that's the torque setting. It's got the normal. It's got the normal, and then it's got the one for racing. So that's where I went. Because man, if we run 4-minute races, 5-minute races even, with a nickel metal hydride, it's gonna be fine. All right, now it works. All right, cool. Yeah, I had that pinion gear too tight. Awesome. Okay, that stuff's done. So now the motor is done. Shoot. Well, what I was hoping to do with the motor wires isn't gonna work. Anyway, well, we'll figure that out. All right, step 17 is complete. Oh well, step 18 was putting the motor in place. I've already done that, and putting the side pieces on, battery holder parts. So that's good. I've already got the servo and ESC in. Got my switch mounted on the side. Just where the body comes, it comes right across there. So that'll be nice. Speaking of the body's cut out, sanded, washed. Gonna start painting that here real soon. So we have got gotta figure out where I'm gonna mount this receiver, and I think what I'm gonna end up doing is up in here on the back side of this. It's flat and it's enough room that I could probably bury that, because like I said, the original Frogs, the wiper arm, they come with the metal piece across there, piece of sheet metal. You can mount a receiver to the inside of that, no problem. Well, the new re-release, they put freaking rods across there, and there's no where to put it on there solid. And then in the manual here, it shows putting it taping it to this piece, which is an H. Well, why would you do that? You want to get tape all over, or dirt all over your double-sided tape and don't have a halfway fitting? No. So, yeah, I'm disappointed that they did away with that aluminum piece, because that was perfect for mounting a receiver up, to the inside of it. Out of the way, out of sight, would have been perfect. So, with that in mind, I'm going to take the receiver. Take the tape off the receiver. Guess I should say. Yeah, the re-release, I really like, obviously, the Frog and stuff. I mean, like I said, the car that really got me started in the hobby back in the late 80s. But I wish they would have left a few things alone. This battery door is very annoying, by the way. Okay. Now I'm going to try to mount this. That ain't gonna work either. Shoot. Because I'm gonna have the plugs and wires coming off the servo and ESC. Decisions. It'll work on this side, though. I hope. Come on, down in there. Sometimes trying to work with double-sided tape is just no fun. And it ain't gonna work either. Dang it. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do for putting the receiver in this thing, because I don't like the way that any of it goes together. I mean, yeah, I could very easily put it on the bottom of these, but I want to run hump packs, so it would be in the way there. I may end up just taping it to the back of the servo. That's going to be about my only option. Like I said, it just really sucks that they don't have that other thing anymore because that aluminum piece would be just perfect. So I really just don't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put it where they want it to go. I'm not gonna like it, but then I'm gonna have to run a zip tie or something around it to help keep it in place because it's just a piss poor mounting place for it. Oh, and of course, it mounts before I want to mount. Right, that's going to be fantastic because now I've got all that exposed tape. This is going to do nothing but accumulate dirt. Great thinking, Tamiya. You know, I mean, this is not a good option. Oh well, what do you do? Alright, I guess it's gonna have to stay. Gonna have to work. Gonna have to work. Okay, anyway, well, the receiver's in. So, now I will figure out which one is which here. I believe the smaller of the two is the ESC. Which channel 1? Maybe. Guess we'll find out. And then the steering servo. I'm going to end up off camera taking all this and cleaning all this wiring up because I can't stand wiring out of control. Come from the full-size cars, you know, and that was something that just always bugged me, was wires going everywhere. I used a hell of a lot of zip ties. And I'll do the same with this. Okay. We'll see if that works. Alright, we're going to try powering this thing on for the first time. Dun dun dun! I'll send the servo off of that. Plug it in. Alright. We have power, Houston. Come on. Oh. My little flat screwdriver thing go. Is that? There we go. Pop that off. Steering, dual rate, steering trim at 0. Okay. And that looks good. Hang on. Oh, got them wrong. Got them wrong. Got the throttle and steering reversed, of course. Okay. Now we're good. All right, cool. Steering is good to go. Tighten the servo horn down. This is a Metal Gear servo, by the way. Now, the steering rods, I have already got them to the proper lengths. Off camera. Oh, wait a minute. Those go in through the bottom, don't they? Yeah, they go in through the bottom. Okay, cool. Work together. That's right. Wish I thought about that before I put the servo horn on. Come on, just top. All I need. Okay. There's that one. And there's that one. Alrighty. Boy, I feel like a rookie building this thing for some reason. Not like I haven't built frogs before. Alrighty. Now, put that one in. That one in. Oh, wow, man, there's a lot of turn. Woo-hoo. All right. Very cool. I like you. And just for the hell of it, because I'm one of those just for the hell of it kind of guys. I will put the front tires on it. So I can really make sure everything's going the right way and stuff like that. Basically. Okay. Man, this thing's pretty quick servo. Nice. All right. That'll work. Now, like I said, I don't have... I wanted to do something different with the motor wires, but it's not going to happen. I wanted to tuck them up under, but it's not going to be able to happen, I don't believe. All right, now. All right, get the wires backwards. Come on. Blue and green. And yellow and yellow. That's the other thing too. With the way that putting that ESC where it's I'm not real happy with what Tamiya did here. Okay. Everything is going the right direction now. Cool. Very good. Yeah, I just think they could have made it a little easier to mount stuff. Like I said, I just don't like having that ESC. The wires aren't long enough to have it that far forward in the car, you know. Because the wires, like this yellow wire, it's maxed out. Not a good thing. You know, have to live with it, but oh well, what do you do? Okay, so we know everything works, everything's wired up, we have power to everything, steering works. Let's see, what else do we have? I don't think there's a whole lot. Mounting the tires up, mounting the driver, which he needs painted. Heck yeah. Alright, well, I will. Oh, life flight coming in. I live right next to the hospital, so. I'm an airplane geek. If I wasn't filming and working on this right now, I'd be running outside looking at it. I'm an aircraft geek and like, oh, look at the nav lights. Look at what it's kind of that squirrel thing. But okay, does that one spin? That one spins. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, small problem I ran into with these aftermarket wheels. I went ahead and was just test fitting them the other day and tightened the nuts up, and it would not seat all the way. So I went and I got some lock nuts. I'm going to try. I'm going to take this battery out. I'll undo everything right now. So it wouldn't tighten up. So we're going to try it again. I had to go get some lock nuts, and we'll see how that works. Here's the very cool anodized spiky tires. I love them. Ooh. Got a big lock nut now. Got the axle nut. Yeah, every once in a while you just have to add things, or you know, be ready for little things that ain't right. You know, it's just part of building any RC. What did I do with? I just had it. Oh, there it is. One for the lug nut. This thing's looking cool. Man, I'm liking this. All this blue. Woohoo! Alright, that did the trick. Put the lock nut on there, that took care of that. So if any of you guys use these $23 aluminum wheels off Amazon, make sure you get a lock washer on the back of that. Because otherwise you will not have a tight wheel. And who knows what kind of fun that could end up having. Probably end up tearing up a lot of stuff. Alright, now that one. That in place. Get another lock nut or lock washer. And should have one more knot lock. There we go. All right. All right. Cool. Well, guys, it looks like a car. Check it out. Shocks work. Front shocks. Wheels are on. Very, very cool. Now I will plug it in just to see what's what. It's that steering. Steering works well. Works real well. Yeah, baby. All right. Everything works. Everything's good. So that right there, other than cleaning up wires and just kind of figuring where I want to kind of run a few things, I'm going to need to take the iconic antennas, put them in place. Well, I only got one. Where'd the other one go? Oh, it's hiding. You're hiding from me. Ooh. All right. Get my screwdriver. There it is. Don't know if that's gonna work. I may end up putting another washer behind that. Yeah, looks like it'll hold it. Okay. And run that one through. And that one's down. Cool. All right, well, shoot, guys. We have a frog. Huh. Man, that's a good feeling. Feel like a freaking teenager again. Well, I wish my body felt like a teenager again. My God. But mind-wise, yeah, that is awesome. Man, oh man, oh man. The frog's just, like I said, the car that everything started. The Grasshopper was my first car, but the first car I ever raced weekly was this bad boy. And man, I'm just thankful for some great friends that helped on the GoFundMe page and helped me get this. 'Cause, man, this is sweet. I love it. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, let me look over everything here real quick, just to make sure I haven't forgot anything. Step 18 is done. Step 19 is done. Step 20 is done. That's the tie rods. Step 21 is done. Centering and attaching the servo saver. Step 22 was already done because those are the front tires. Step 23 is the rear tires. Those were already done. Step 24, putting the tires on. 25, putting the rear tires on and the antennas. Step 26 is just putting the battery in place and shutting the door. The rest of it's painting the body. So guys, we are done. We are done. Like I said, I'm going to clean up the wiring, get this stuff the way I want it, because I'm not at all happy with that. I really wish it was a different way that could have all went. But no, it is what it is. Very cool though. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I clean the wiring up and get the driver painted. And driver, all I'm gonna of course paint the black around, but I'm gonna leave him have a white fire suit. I'm not gonna paint that part, but I'm gonna do blue seat belts to match the blue in the car. And I have not decided on a helmet yet. Helmet scheme. That's to come. Probably get started on that tonight. Because like I said, I want to get this thing rocking and rolling. Now it's done. I mean, I have a frog. Man. That feels good to say. I have a frog. I know a lot of people don't like the frog, but like I said, for me, you know, guys, you don't realize what your parents do for you. You know, I mean, my dad had passed away, and my mom was, getting dad's Air Force pension because he retired as officer. He was a major, and so we had that. But she also started working, and she'd been a housewife all her life until dad died. So she'd never really been, out in the workforce, isn't a later in life adult. I mean, she worked as a kid and stuff, but I never realized what it cost her to keep me in this hobby. And, every time I'd go racing, I'd break something, well, let's go to Craig's Hobbies. Craig's Hobbies in Tucson, where I, got everything. That's the joy of having a local hobby shop. I really wish we still had one here. We used to have a Phil's Hobby here, but they closed it. So, but yeah, I mean, you don't I never realized how hard it was for her, to keep me in the hobby, keep me out of trouble, and that's the thing. I mean, I had this and I had full size race cars. So between the two, I mean, I kind of lonerized it, through high school, I guess. Because, I mean, I had a couple buddies of mine that we hung out, we were real close. But I mean, I didn't, do a lot of the stuff, and didn't go out partying, didn't smoke, didn't do any of that stuff. Drank a little bit here and there, but that was it. My RC, hobby was, I'd come home from school, I'd either go to the full size race car shop, or I'd start working on these, repairing whatever happened from the previous week. And, looking back on it now, it's like, holy crap, what she sacrificed for me to, you know, be in the hobby and stay out of trouble. It's just amazing. I mean, hell, she'd even go to the races and lap count. I mean, she was fully involved. And, that's just the kind of stuff that you look back on it, it's like, holy crap. Thanks a lot, Mom. So, I don't know. Just get a little more thankful in life the older you get. I'm 55 now, and, it's just really thankful for the community. The RC community is awesome. I mean, you know, stuff I'd got from the RCL, stuff I'd got from other people, local friends, stuff like that have contributed to my channel. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You know, um, Steve at No Music RC, sent me that Black Edition Grasshopper. I mean, you guys are just awesome. So I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. But with that, I am going to sign off and get this wiring fixed up and start getting this driver around, get him set up where he's ready to go, and start putting some of this mess away and get this body painted. So it's awesome. All right, guys. Hey, just thank you all so much that have helped out with this, and I will see you on the next video. Show you the final. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care.